Amazon has just pushed a new Kindle update, version 5.19.2. And if your device has been prompting you to update, then in this video, I'll cover exactly what changes are within this update and whether it's worth it for you. Now, the official release notes say performance improvements, bug fixes, and general enhancements, which tells you almost nothing. So I've been testing it on my Kindle Scribe, and the annotation changes in particular are more significant than Amazon are letting on. So let's get into it. And I want to start by saying exactly which devices are eligible for this new upgrade. The new version is going to be available for the following devices: the Kindle Paperwhite 11th and 12th generation, Kindle Colorsoft, the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft, the Kindle Scribe 2022 and 2024 editions, and the Kindle Scribe 3rd generation. There are two ways to check what software version you're on right now. The first way is by going to Settings, Device Options, and then Device Info. From here, you'll see all the information about your Kindle, including its firmware version. But the faster way is actually to go Settings, Device Options, and then check Software Updates. From here, you should see what version you're on right this moment, but also it will typically tell you if there's an update available. I've kept my Kindle Paperwhite on the previous version, 5.18.6, and that's for the purpose of this video, just so that I can show a really clear picture of what changes have come into effect for the new version, which will be on my Scribe. The first and most visible change is to the annotation menu. That's the toolbar that comes up when you highlight a word or a passage. On 5.19.2, you'll now see two new options: Underline and Pins. Underline does exactly what it says. It gives your selected text an underline. It's a cleaner look if you prefer something less visually heavy than a full highlight, and it keeps your annotations more subtle on the page. Pins are the more interesting addition for me though. A pin lets you drop a marker at a specific point in the text. Think of it as a bookmark, but for a precise location rather than a whole page. This is useful if you want to come back to a specific sentence without highlighting the whole passage. And finally, X-ray, which gives you character and concept summaries, has also been tidied up visually. The layout is cleaner and easier to navigate than it was before, though the core functionality is exactly the same. This next change is the one I'm most pleased about, even though it could be the most underrated feature on this new update. And that is the annotation page, which stores your highlights and notes, now has a filter option. So you can filter by note, highlight, underline, or bookmark independently. So if you just want to see the passages you wrote a note on, you can do that. Or if you want to review just your bookmarks without wading through every highlight, that's just one tap away. Before this update, your annotations page was a single list of everything mixed together. So if you're a heavy annotator, which I am, finding a specific note among dozens of highlights was genuinely frustrating. This solves that completely. It also makes the annotations page so much more useful to use as a review tool. If you're looking to retain more of what you read, and I talked about this lots in my last video, then highlights and notes are a great way to do that. You're actively engaging with the bits that stood out in a book, but now it's made so much easier from this change simply by being able to filter what you're looking for. Then I want to tell you about some extra changes within this update which are happening to devices I don't currently have access to, but I feel are worth knowing about. The first of these changes is happening to the Kindle Scribe Colorsoft and the Kindle Scribe 3rd generation. Now, there's two changes to tell you about here, and the first of those is that you'll now be able to send files and documents from your Scribe directly to Alexa Plus. The other notable change is happening to Google Drive and Microsoft OneDrive, because you'll be able to decide whether imported documents and files are synced across your Kindle devices. The other big change is happening to Kindle Colorsoft, where there's an extra highlight color being added. You now have green as an option. So if you've always wanted a green highlight on your Kindle Colorsoft, it should now be there for you in the new update. This last one isn't actually new to this update, but it is a frustration I had with the last update until I found this fix. You've highlighted a passage, but the annotation menu, that toolbar with your highlight colors and note options, just doesn't appear. The text gets highlighted, but nothing else happens. I went through a period where this was driving me mad, and I couldn't work out why. The fix is straightforward once you know it. Tap the top of your screen to bring up the reading toolbar, then tap the AA button, then tap More. You'll see a toggle for Annotation Menu. If that's switched off, your annotation toolbar won't appear when you highlight, so turn it on and the problem disappears immediately. Once it's toggled on, it stays on. So this is a one-time fix. But if you've been frustrated by disappearing annotation menus, there's your answer. So, is software version 5.19.2 worth installing on your Kindle? For me, yes. The annotation filtering system alone makes this well worth the update. Plus, I actually really like the 2 additions to the annotation menu bar. Now, as is always the case with these Kindle updates, it's never completely clear when they'll arrive on your device, but they should be automatic to eligible devices. But I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What do you think of these changes? And if you haven't had it, will you be installing it when it arrives? If you've enjoyed this video, then check out my last one all about how to retain more of what we read. The key is actually in the annotation menu, so give that one a watch. Plus, if you're looking for more Kindle tips and reading strategies, then subscribe for more videos just like this. I release new content every week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.